Hello, sirs and ma'ams. My name is Dick Woodsworth from AT&T Wireless, from AT&T Wireless, now on YouTube to deliver you a bunch of NBA thoughts, in particular about Ricky Rubio and Jimmer Fredette, the two rookies this season that are way too overhyped and shouldn't be talked about very much because Jimmer Fredette, he's a ticket seller, and Ricky Rubio, he's just some flash in the pan, fifth rate, wannabe Pistol Pete Maravich. He's too goddamn soft to play the game of basketball, especially professional basketball, but I'll get into that in a second. First of all, I want to talk about one thing before I get into Ricky Rubio and Jimmer Fredette. I want to talk about this little trade rumor that ESPN's spouting off about. Chris Paul to the Boston Celtics in exchange for Rajon Rondo to send his ass to New Orleans to play for the Hornets. Listen, take the emotions out of it, Celtics fans, and let's be honest here. Let's be completely honest. Who's the better overall basketball player, overall point guard basketball player between Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo? Honestly, you got to take Chris Paul in this situation. I don't know if this trade's going to happen. It probably won't because Danny Ainge is always spouting off a bunch of rumors and giving the media a bunch of bullshit ideas that they never run away with. But let's be honest, sirs and ma'ams. Who would you take between Chris Paul or Rajon Rondo? For the future, yeah, you might want to take Rajon Rondo as the future comes along because Chris Paul has had his share of injuries here and there. But let's be realistic here. Chris Paul has a chance to go to New York. Between New York and Boston, where would he rather go? For the future, New York, right? Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, to play with those guys like that, and have another big three in the Eastern Conference to match up with the Miami Heat, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. You want to match up with those guys. But if this trade somehow does go down, let's just be speaking hypothetically right here. If it does go down, if Chris Paul is traded to the Celtics in exchange for Rajon Rondo, if it goes down, then there's only like 1 or 2 years here with the window of these old guys on the Celtics like Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen. They're old geezers. You know, they're not going to be playing in the NBA for a whole hell of a lot longer. They're not going to be playing at a high rate for a lot longer, maybe 1 or 2 years. So if Chris Paul does come to the Celtics, there's that little small window there for them to win a championship. Now, I don't know if this trade is going to happen, but if it does, I'm just saying. You know, I'm not bashing Rajon Rondo either. He's probably my not my second favorite. Probably my third or fourth favorite player in the league right now. You know, I'm biased anyway as a Celtics fan. So, you know, you gotta love Rondo. He's a pass-first point guard. He's a great defender, but he can't shoot. He can't shoot worth a damn. Chris Paul, he's the type of point guard that can pick his shots all over the court. He can just run around and just pull up jump shots, and he's always been good at that. He has a vision for the court that really cannot be compared to any other point guard in the league today. So that's really all I wanted to say about that. Now, hey, let's talk about Ricky Rubio and Jimmer Fredette, the two most overrated players I've ever really known of in my lifetime. Ricky Rubio, he's been hyped up since about 2007. He's from Spain, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me. You know, call me a jackass, call me an asshole, whatever. But Ricky Rubio, he's from Spain. He's been hyped up since he was like 16 or 17 in 2007. He's finally making his debut this year with the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know, he has a lot of people hyping him up. All I see in Ricky Rubio is like a flash in the pan, fifth-rate Pistol Pete Maravich, wannabe. You know, apparently he can make plays. He might be exciting for a couple of games, but here's the thing. Apparently he's not enough tough player. From what I saw Ricky Rubio, he's just like the stereotypical foreign player in the NBA. Not very tough. He's going to get the shit knocked out of him sometimes, and he's going to be facing NBA defenses. Now, I know a lot of people like to poke fun at NBA defense and say, oh, you know, they don't try to the playoffs. But hey, I'd rather watch the NBA over college basketball. I can't even get interested in college basketball until March Madness. I don't give a damn if dumb shit university is beating Cock-Stain State. I don't care. I don't give a fuck until March. March Madness is the only thing that entices me when it comes to college basketball. I don't care how many number ones get knocked off in one season or the ACC Big Ten Challenge. I don't care. I don't care at all. Now, I don't really have to say much about Ricky Rubio. You can go on Google. I mean, Google is like the god of the internet now. So you can go to Google, you can search up Ricky Rubio, and you can watch little bullshit highlight videos where he's, you can see where he's overrated. Or you can just come back, make a video response, or comment down below and tell Dick Woodsworth that he's full of shit, which Dick Woodsworth thinks you're the one that might be full of shit if you think Ricky Rubio can actually play competitively in the NBA. But hey, That's just Dick Woodsworth's opinion. But Jimmer Fredette. Oh, Jimmer Fredette is the new basketball phenomenon. Yeah, I watched a couple of BYU games last year featuring Jimmer Fredette when he played in college at BYU. This is why I saw Jimmer Fredette. White guy, ran down the court, shot a basketball, hit a couple of three-pointers, hit a couple of trick shots. That's what I saw in Jimmer Fredette. I'm going to tell you what I didn't see in Jimmer Fredette. I didn't see any defense being played. Did you see any defense being played? Because Dick Woodsworth did not see any defense being played out of Jimmer Fredette. I don't want to hear any excuses saying, well, he didn't have to play any defense against the Mountain West opponents because, well, what kind of opponents are in the Mountain West? A bunch of no-name schools that are really not doing anything competitively to get to the top. Now, BYU, that's all they had. Jimmer Fredette, a bunch of, I don't know, future psychologists and other motherfuckers on the team. Whatever. So Jimmer Fredette, no defense. Also, aside from shooting, what else could he do? I didn't see any defense, didn't see any passing awareness. I didn't see him taking charge on the court. Yeah, I saw a lot of passion out of this guy, but all I saw was passion and just like, I don't know, 30 to 40 shots a game, it seemed like. And who did he play against? Like I said, Mountain West opponents and a couple of no-name schools. And when he did play like a relatively like a tough school, BYU lost, and he was held to a shit-ass percentage from the field. I don't understand Jimmer Fredette. I think he's overrated. A lot of people think he's going to be some kind of all-star reserve in the NBA. I don't think he's going to be that bad in the NBA. What I do think, though, is the Sacramento Kings, when they drafted him in June, they drafted him for, well, they didn't draft him, they traded for him, I believe, if I remember correctly. They traded for him. I can't remember. But, again, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, Sacramento grabbed Jimmer Fredette, and they did it for one reason. Ticket sales, because if they have another terrible season, their owner might, make a move, get rid of the franchise, whatever. And I'm all for that, because who cares about the Kings nowadays? Aside from people in Sacramento are always NBA purists who think the league should have about 55 teams, which I don't think so. I think we should cut down the leagues and the team, but that's just a different story, and that's a different topic, and I'm not going to talk about that right now because we're talking about Jimmer motherfucking Fredette. But Jimmer Fredette, he was drafted by the Kings to sell tickets. Now, how are they going to sell tickets for Fredette? The same way Tim Tebow sells tickets in Denver. The name, he has a cult following. Jimmer Fredette's like the Tim Tebow of the NBA. He has a cult following. He has a lot of people following him around, hanging around on his nutsack because, again, the cult following. The whole Mormon background at BYU, has a good kid attitude. His name, Jimmer. His goddamn name is Jimmer. Jimmer Fredette. And, go on, you're on YouTube, type in search engine, search bar, whatever. Type in, teach me to do the Jimmer, because there's that song, Teach Me How to Dougie, where there's a song called Teach Me the Jimmer. It's the dumbest song I've ever heard. Well, okay, top 5. One of the top 5 dumbest songs I've ever heard. Listen to it, watch the damn video, it's comical. But listen, he's just another phenomenon. He's nothing, he's overrated. We'll all see this. If you disagree with me, and you're delusional, if you disagree with Dick Woodsworth, as per usual, comment down below, video response, whatever. I want to hear some comments or some views. I just want to hear what other people have to say, which I know what it's going to be. It's going to be a bunch of overglorified bullshit, which I'm used to. So, comment and tell Woodsworth what the hell you think. And again, I'm going to make more videos as time ensues. I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about because, aside from the whole disgusting stories about Jerry Sandusky at Penn State or the goddamn bullshit going up at Syracuse with Bernie Fine, there's nothing really to talk about in sports aside from how great the Green Bay Packers are or a couple of NFL stories that are actually relevant right now. So it's December 1st. NFL playoffs will be around here in a month after we get through the rest of these bullshit games, figure out who's going to make the playoffs and who's going to set who apart from each other. I'll get into that later. Now, I'll probably be making a video about the St. Louis Rams pretty soon. Again, the St. Louis Rams, and one more time and 3 times the charm, the St. Louis Rams. I'll be making a video about them pretty soon. So, that's all I wanted to talk about. Also got 2 new messages regarding my last Tebow video. 2 different dumb shits. Fuck you. I know that you dislike my opinions on Tebow. I know they hurt your feelings. I know you disagree with the fact that Tebow's a mediocre quarterback, but hey, accept the facts for what they are and get rid of your falsifications that you believe in. Anywho, sirs and ma'ams. See you around. Yeah.